What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Geordie, and welcome back to some more F123 Breaking Point 2.
Dad!
Devon.
What's up, WJC?
How's business?
Same as ever, hiring and firing. How's racing?
Oh, you know, ducking and driving.
You all prepared?
Of course, I've double-checked the strategy changes. I'm just going over my notes now. Everything's covered, just like always. They won't see me for dust.
Grinding Subway Surfers.
Just remember, we've
I've got Black Ops 6 returning to the channel very soon. Got a video ready to go out for tomorrow.
I'm serious.
And we'll be streaming soon. Within the next few days as well. So keep an eye out for that.
Signing these second-rate drivers. I can't do all the work.
Just remember where we'd be. Where you'd be if this were all to go belly up.
Just trust me, Dad. You've got nothing to worry about.
He's not a nice man, is he, Davidoff?
I mean it. If you don't bring your A game, it's back to the bottom of the pile. Do you really want that?
No. No, I don't.
You better stream BO6. Of course I will.
Keep it in mind. Now go out there and show me what you can do.
Already on it.
Yeah, video tomorrow. And then, a
Speak
stream
later.
at some point in the next week or so. For sure. I'm doing my light machine guns now. My week was so shit. What's up, bro? Alright, so we're back with Breaking Point 2, 2 years later. Like I said yesterday, of course, Breaking Point 3 was announced. So I thought, why not play Breaking Point 2 since I never actually did it back when F123 was the main game. And yeah, last episode we did the entire 2022 season. I'm not sure if I'll beat the entire game in this episode. We might end up just doing one more. We'll see. I'm going to stream until I can't anymore. As in, like, I get tired or whatever. But if we don't beat it this episode, it'll only take one more to beat it. There's about 10 chapters left. 17 chapters, we've done 10 of them. We've done 7 of them, I mean. So we're now in the 2023 season playing as Devon Butler. Let's go. Revising, beefing, scrapping more beef. Wow. Pretty eventful week, sounds like. Alright, we're at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Okay.
It's race day and our drivers are...
Oh yeah, is this like a? I think this is a full
Devon,
race,
it's a
isn't it?
brand new
Right?
season, you know that.
Yikes.
So let's start it as we mean to
Yeah.
go on, okay?
It's gonna drag.
Okay. Let's get out there. Come on.
Alright, we're playing as Devon. It's a harder difficulty, so we're gonna go on the hards. We'll do 9 laps on the hards, and then we'll go 5 on the softs, and see what happens there. We go. Oh, I can load my own car setup. That's awesome. Okay, we're gonna go Bahrain. Malachi comes back tonight on SmackDown. Does he? I ain't heard about that. And that boy is Alistair Black, not Malachi. It's Alistair. We'll see. I'm more excited to see Cena, to be honest. I really enjoyed WrestleMania. I really did. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for the second channel. I might end up just doing like wrestling reviews, music reviews, on just like anything I want, really. We'll see, because like my last video on the second channel was 7 months ago. Alright, let's go. Where are we starting? Where's Jackson? He's got to be like... Oh no, he's not... He's quite... Oh, he's in front of us. He's in P13, it seems like. Okay. Oh, that was a quick start. Alright, let's go. Everybody's on the soft. Oh, it's so good to play F123, man. I always feel so satisfied to play this game. That was an awful start from me, though. The brakes are pretty cold. Jackson's not had the greatest start. Sonoda's had an even worse start. Here comes Gasly onto our inside. I think we can keep it, though. Brakes are cold and we're on the hard tyres as well. Everybody else can brake a lot quicker on those softs. Slow down the car a lot more, I mean. Ooh. Send a dive on the inside of Jackson. I'm going to race a little bit more aggressively, actually, because we're Devon Butler, so why not? my god, this car needs to slow down. This race will be a lot easier since we're using our own setup as well. That I made just for the career mode 2 years ago. I can't believe it's been 2 years since F1 23 came out, man. The year passed so quick when we weren't able to do F1 24, which is such a shame, but 25 is already shaping up to be a much better game. So, you know. And even if it's not, I'll get some content out of it, because I really miss doing the career mode. It will 100% be better than 24, there's no doubt in my mind about that. Piastri's qualified a little bit low. Oh, to be fair, McLaren were really bad at the beginning of the 2023 season. It's crazy how quickly they moved back up. From the beginning of 2023 to the end of 24 being Constructors' Champs. It's crazy. So we want to finish in the top 3 and get the fastest lap. We'll do that, because we'll be pitting onto the top.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I was on about my second channel earlier. If none of you are subscribed to it, the link will be in my about page. It is in the description for every single one of my videos, but I'm not able to do that for live streams, so, you know.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Honestly, I'm overwhelming myself a little bit with a lot of the content that I'm doing on the main channel, to be fair. I need to get back to doing Need for Speed 2015. That's a series that I haven't forgotten about, but just haven't gotten around to. I have that Black Ops 6 video in the works, Dark Souls, need to finish editing all that. I have a completely new game, well, a game that I played years and years ago on the channel that I thought I'd return back just to see if there's an audience for it, but I wanted to play it again anyway. So that will be coming out soon as well. Maybe Sunday, I don't know. I don't want to make any promises I can't keep, but I can guarantee the Black Ops 6 video will be tomorrow, 5 PM UK time as usual. Hey viewers, what's up guys? Ooh, fastest lap on the hard. Can you believe it? God, I wish I could turn the difficulty up. At least it's only 25% race mod, so... Really aggressive move on Hamilton there. Lost a bit of time to Perez, unfortunately. Alonso in P2. Wow. And that would be Verstappen in P1 off in the distance. Not too far though.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on
See if we
softs.
can follow Russell through. Ooh. Looks like we got round both of them somehow. Teammate in the pit.
Aiden's in the pits. Aiden in the pits.
We've got to look at the replay, that one. Around the outside. Contact between Alonso and Russell, and that gave us all the space in the world. Not bad. So there's Verstappen into the pit. We're still going until lap 9.
Verstappen stopping now.
He's on to mediums, alright.
In this lap, push now.
Alright. Pit lap. Honestly, we could have probably done the whole race on the hards and then pit the last lap. And I think we still would have won the race. Or at least did the objective anyway. That's how easy Breaking Point is. Alright, make this a really quick in lap. I don't know if we're gaining time on Verstappen or not. Alright, here we go. Perfect. Alright, let's make this a quick pit stop, boys. Honestly, I do love racing on this game. This is actually going to be the last time we're racing around this version of Bahrain, though. We've got a whole new scanned Bahrain for F1 25, which I'm really looking forward to. We're coming out of the pits at the same time as Verstappen.
Pit strategy complete.
He's coming down the pit straight. It's going to be close. Side by side with Max. Whoo! Look at how close that is. Well, there you go. Still in P1. That was beautiful. Now we'll just shoot off into the distance. So 5 laps on the soft.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 23.5 seconds. That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Wow. 133.1. Beautiful. Just 3 laps to go now.
enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
What's up with my stream? My phone is the worst. I swear to God. Loves to disconnect to the Wi-Fi. There we go. It does scare me because I think it's the stream, but it isn't. It's just my phone.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah! Woo! Yes! Meanwhile, plenty of surprises in the midfield. So where do we start, Ant?
What do you mean the midfield?
Sport, and for me, they've been the biggest.
I won the race!
Butler, he's doing fantastically well.
Thing is, though, they've got to sustain that over the course of the whole season, and that is easier said than done. Certainly one Casper Ackermann will be hoping that this season is better than his last. Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from...
Alright, Devin Butler gets the win. Pretty sure that's the first win for Connor Sport, right? Not canonically, though.
What a start to the season, Devon. You must be happy with that performance.
We'll go with that one.
Yeah, putting a real shift out there today, Natalie, and pleased to see it pay off, absolutely. Look, I have to secure my reputation as one of the all-time greats, Natalie. You know, every race counts. I've got no time to lose.
Well, you've had your share of run-ins in the past with teammate Aiden Jackson. Crucial question is that behind you? How do you feel about him right now?
Ah, listen, Aiden is the greatest F1 driver of all time. You ask him, he'll tell you. What, you think I've got an attitude problem? Aiden has got stealth ego, let me tell you. You don't know it's there, and then it emerges. He's, well, he's a handful. Trust me.
Well, Connor Sport surprised everyone by appointing Casper Ackermann as team principal this season. So how do you feel about taking orders from someone that you've got such a history with?
I think he's going to do a terrific job, you know? Mainly because he's got me on his team, so he can't go too far wrong. Now, I'm sure he's incredibly thankful to have me as a driver.
Well, you're embarking on a new year, but what would a successful season look like for you in 2023?
I'm making it my personal mission to make a success of Connor Sport, and by the end of the season, you're all going to be saying what a wonderful team we are and how great a season we've had. And if you're doing that, then I'll consider it a job well done.
Hell yeah.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
All right. Post-race Bahrain Grand Prix. Devon starts the season in fantastic form with an impressive result for Connor Sport in Sakhir.
Great race out there today, just in the highlights. Listen, I know we've had our run-ins and, well, last season was last season. Fresh start for the team.
So they can't hear him. Or he's like so in his head.
Huh, Jackson. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Bin's over there. Yeah. Nice one.
What a guy.
How about the season just gone?
The 2023 season was completely different for Connor Sport.
How so?
But the car, for one. We'd ironed out the most critical issues, and it was just starting to live up to its potential.
Can we talk about what happened with Devon?
Yeah, what is it?
Now that's how a butler takes care of business.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Carrying the team, Devon, as well as the butler name. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, went well.
Well, I can't wait to hear what those clowns Ackerman and Connor have to say.
God,
Yeah.
what's that in aid of?
You okay, Devon?
What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm, just adrenaline, Dad. I really pushed it out there today, you know, I just need to simmer down a bit.
Of course you do. Let's talk later. I'll be in meetings, but call me whenever you like. I'm proud of your son. Let's just make sure today's result isn't just a one-off. Eh?
Yeah. All right. Ciao.
Devon's clearly disconnected, a bit detached right now, and I wonder why that is. It's strange because like he just had a really good result. Canonically, he's top 5. Gets top 5 result in Bahrain. So I wonder what's up with him. All right, next chapter. Australian Grand Prix. This one's interesting. Catching up with Callie. So, yeah, she's in the simulator helping out one of the F1 teams with test driving and car evaluation. I don't know which team that is. I don't think we ever get told. But we will see more of Callie later on. Come down to the carriage early. Cool. Oh, Nigel Mansell's driving gloves. I don't know if I read the email on stream, but I do remember Aiden was bidding for Nigel Mansell's driving gloves in the 22 season, and then they got outbidded. And it's Devon Butler who got the gloves. Wow. Oh wait, hold on. Still think that was an incredible amount of money to spend just to annoy someone. Oh, he did it on purpose. What a guy. Wow. And Aiden never even finds out anyway. Why is Devon such a prick to Aiden, man? Just, like, he's a prick to Aiden exclusively.
Here comes Butler. Good pace here down the straight.
Wow.
Into the corner we go.
I think that was
That's
the
a little
radio.
too late, and he nearly goes off the track on the exit. Ant, is that a lapse in concentration?
I think just a little bit of desperate driving there, Crofty. He's pushing way too hard. I mean, there's nobody else around him at this stage.
Okay, Devon, we're going to have to ease off on the brakes. Is everything okay? Can you hear me? Brakes don't feel right. Okay, we'll have a look at it, but you're going to see a drop-off in performance, I'm afraid. What? Why? We've asked you to take it easy on the last lap, but pushing has made the issue even worse. So we're just going to have to live with it for now. What are you talking about? Listen, just do what you can, please, Devon. Come on.
Wow. He's just so in his head that he just can't hear the radio. And maybe that's what happened last season. Now, let's go. Hold on to as many positions as you can.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Car's a bit stiff on steering. Oh wow, yeah, okay. Let's turn down the brake bias. Alright, we need to make sure we score in the points. And we've got 6 laps. Well, 5.5 laps. We can barely even make it through that corner. Okay, yeah, the car's definitely a bit more stiff. It's going to be difficult to defend against Sainz. Gasly might be a lot easier because it's the Alpine, but that Ferrari is going to give us some trouble, especially since he's got fastest lap.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
He's right behind us. It's going to be a struggle. Alright, pretty decent lap there. But the high speed chicane type corner, definitely we lose a lot of time there because of these brakes.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Ooh, Gasly just overtook Sainz. Interesting. I think we'll have an easier time keeping Gasly behind. This corner is really difficult with this issue.
Gap ahead is 1.8 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind is 4.9 seconds.
Finish ahead of Jackson is the bonus objective. Jackson is pushing from the minimap in Q13. So I don't think we have to worry about that.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh my days. Really had to lift then. I'm going to stick to the inside, but not going to be long before we lose that position for good. I'll just dive on the inside there. Managed to get the position back, but we're really on the ropes now. Not going to have enough ERS to keep these two behind much longer. Done really well to hold on to P9 for this one. Usually I finish about P10. The last couple of times I've played it. Now it's Science again. Now we're going to be in trouble. Actually, Gasly took the fastest lap. So they must be around the same pace. We've got a 6/10 gap on Science. So I think we'll save the RS for a little bit. We'll need it. Jesus Christ. Alright, we've got one more lap to go to keep this position. To be fair, we're still gaining on the cars in front. But I think that's because they're fighting, I don't know. Or one of those is a back marker. Oh, it's Hulkenberg. He's going to give me a bit of dirt, yeah. But maybe I can use the slipstream to help me keep Sainz
okay,
behind.
Mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Yeah, he's going to have to back off. Alright, cheers Hulkenberg. Yeah, I'm going to stick to the inside here. Just about managed to keep Sainz behind there, but it's really going to be tough to keep him behind for the rest of the lap. Yeah, it's not going to happen now. Well, we gave it a good go. But it's a double DRS section. See if we can keep in the points. Whoa, Gasly had to back off there. Alright, we got 1 point out of it. Which I'm cool with. Probably my favourite race in the mode, because it gives you a handicap and the race is actually a challenge, you know? All the rest, you're kind of just hot lapping if you're decent at the game.
Look, this isn't the first time we've seen Devin Butler go rogue, but the question is, what are Connor Sport going to do about it?
Well, it's really hard, as we've seen so many times before, Crofty, in the past. So hard to control your drivers. In a way, they're their own entity, but on the top of it, they're working for the team, and that's what you want. Very hard situation to manage.
And working for the team, Casper Ackermann wanted to make a clean break for this year. This does feel, though, that it's something that they might have had to have dealt with last season.
is really not what they wanted. A repeat of what happened in the past, and you cannot let it go on. Can't continue. They're just damaging the reputation of the team and their own reputation as well. They have to sort it out. I'm sure they'll be having words.
So it's all changed here in Australia, and as the teams acclimatised to their new standings, so will we. Red Bull are our winners today after showcase.
All right. Oh, we got interviews. Let's go.
Now, Devon, you didn't respond to a team order today. In Hungary last season, you said it was a comms issue, but Connor Sport claimed they didn't know what that issue was. So, are they hiding something? What's really going on here?
Look, anything I say is going to be taken out of context. So I'd rather not fuel that kind of speculation. I'll debrief the team, and we'll figure out how we can stop it happening again. That's all there is to it.
Devon, you finished the race with a compromised car today. What was that like for you?
We'll just be honest.
Yeah, it was tough out there. I mean, I love this track. You know, I know I can do well here, and it's frustrating to deal with anything that slows me down.
Oh, cheers, Nico.
You know, I didn't like it,
too, mate.
and the team didn't like it.
Now, some have been saying that you do get preferential treatment because your father funds the team. What do you say to those allegations?
Which one do we want to go with? Well, I think we'll just go with the reputation one.
A team often
sounds more like something Devon would say.
Their best driver. It's no big deal. Happens all the time.
So how do you expect Connor Sport to perform this season based on your performance so far?
If the car behaves itself, we can do well.
They got me, haven't they? So, yeah, I expect us to do pretty well. If they can sort out the car this time around, I'll get them all the points their little hearts desire.
That's great, thank you.
Oh man, I love playing as Devon. I wish we got more of him. It's the one thing I didn't like about Breaking Point 2. They introduced a new character, and I don't hate Callie. I like Callie, but I'd rather have kept Devon, to be quite honest with you. I'm curious to see what his role's going to be like in Breaking Point 3.
Could you take a look at this, please?
I have a feeling that he's going to be the team principal, because Casper is at home, so I'm assuming, if you know the story of Breaking Point 2 already, I assume you do, because this is 2 years later, whatever, but Casper has a go at Davidoff at the end of this game, and so I assume, and it is also said in one of the emails at the end of the game that Davidoff is looking like for a short list of new team principals, so I'm assuming Casper gets fired for that outburst at the end of this one, and Devon is team principal in Breaking Point 3. Alright, the producers of Throttle Zone have been in touch. They are now seeking permission to film inside the Connor Sport garage for the upcoming Throttle Zone scenes. They'll need full run of the garage while they film. The engineering department are also scheduled to have the garage on those same days to run test. Well, there's plenty the engineers can be getting on with outside the garage. Andrea agreed to the filming, and we should honour that. Let's go. Alright, Devon refused to comment on what happened out there today. Speculation is rife. What should we say? We'll go no comment, because that increases reputation, so... I want to get one of those achievements at the very least. We're at level 6 for reputation right now, level 5 for performance. Okay. Case of the missing team order. Who's this?
You nip this in the bud, Cass. Do you hear me?
Andrea.
6 viewers, what's up, guys?
What was that out there today?
It says 2 up there, but it says 6 on my phone.
We are a team. He cannot be allowed to do just what he wants.
Just calm down, I have it under control.
Well, this is Devon we're talking about. There is no control. He nearly lost the car, Casper.
But he didn't. You know what it gets like out there. I'm sure there's an explanation.
Or an excuse.
I think we get the explanation in the next race.
I'll be racing it at the debrief, okay? So I'll report back to you.
Okay, hang on. Look, I've got to go. I've got Davidoff on the other line.
Oof.
Of course you have. Enjoy.
Alright, social media. Email. Oh.
Oh, it's a Well, it's a big deal when one of your drivers decides to do their own thing. So I called him out on it at the next team meeting.
And what was Devon's reaction?
Well, he denied the whole thing. You know, blamed it on a comms fail.
Which I thought was strange. The same thing happened the year before when I was principal, and he gave the exact same excuse.
Yeah, but this one affected him negatively. Like, the one in 2022, was affecting Aiden, like the teammate, but he was nowhere near Aiden in Australia. It just affected him. So it's just a really strange situation, but we are now at the point where we do find out what happened to Devon.
Yeah?
At least mid-race, anyway. This is pre-race.
You want to see me?
There he is. You're a difficult man to pin down.
He's just so off,
right
Devon.
to the chase, Devon.
You know, he's not nearly as
Tell me what's
egocentric as he usually is.
What are you talking about?
He's just so
It's not
quiet
just
now.
disregarding team orders. Paddock talks. People are saying you've been distracted, that you're ignoring them completely. Now, my job is to make sure the team works smoothly, like clockwork, so I'm just trying to work out what's going on.
I told you, check the comms.
Yeah, the comms are fine, Devon. We checked. What's going on?
Nothing.
Just cut that out. Show me some respect now.
Okay. I heard the order. All right? You happy?
Why ignore it?
I'm feeling it, Cass. The pressure. Paddock gossip these last couple of months.
Oh, come on. You're Devon Butler. You are the Paddock gossip.
You've heard what they're saying, right? You've seen what they're writing. Driving on Daddy's money. It's making me second-guess myself.
Okay.
That's an excuse.
We can work through that.
It's not the real thing.
Start changing the team narrative.
Absolutely.
But in the meantime, I'd like you to see someone from the medical team. Just to be sure. I've booked you in for this afternoon.
No, Cass. Look, I've got a race to prep for, okay? I need my head in the game. I'm fine.
I get that. That's fine. But I want you to see them straight after the race. Understood?
Yeah. Fine.
He's just so off. So unlike him. And this is also the last time we get to play as Devon, so gotta soak it in. Why are they talking about, you know, Devon being the son of, you know, the main sponsor of the team now, though? Surely they would have been talking about this in 2022. Strange. Yeah, look, why are they talking about this now? Like halfway into the second season. Very strange from a story point of view. Surely it would have made more sense last season. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Mid-race, Imola. Let's go, baby. Yes, I don't think we'll beat the game this stream, but in my head I know where I want to get to in this stream, and then tomorrow night we'll finish the game.
Devon, is everything alright? Fine. Fine. Just leave me to it, yeah?
Read it that time. Alright, let's push. Let's get that position back. P16? Nice.
Our gap behind is 6.4 seconds.
Wow, look at the grip there. Woo! That was beautiful. Can I get a replay on that? That was absolutely beautiful. 9 people watching. What's up, guys? Oh man, that was stunning. Woo! We get a view on Piastri. Beautiful. Overtake was cold. It was. That was all because of the grip I had in the softs. Any other tyre that wouldn't have worked. Alright, this is our last race as Devon. Let's see what we can do.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
But I used to hate this track. I remember this was a track I really struggled in the first season of my team. And then as F123's life went on, this became like one of my favourite tracks to do in the game. Like this corner, like the whole of Sector 1 used to really catch me out. Bottas was actually the guy I was battling with all of that episode. Honestly, a lot of you have been checking out the Breaking Point series we're doing right now. I really, really recommend you check out our My Team series that I did when the game came out. We did about 5 seasons worth of it, but I definitely recommend checking out Season 1 and 2, as well as Season 5 in particular. Season 1 and 2 were probably the best seasons I did. Awfully close to him there.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 9.2 seconds.
Going for a move on to 3. Still side by side fighting. Possible move on to 3 is coming up. I don't know why he's defending going into that corner. There we go. Jackson's in P8.
10 now. Keep it up.
Beautiful, let's go. Cutscene.
Devon Butler now. Oh, that's not good! Oh no! Devon Butler spins! He's out!
Oh, he just misjudges it and clips the curb. What a mess!
Devon Butler, with that move, is out of the race. He won't want to see that too many times. We want to see him out of the car, though. That's good news.
Big relief there, although he does still look a bit unsteady on his feet, Crofty.
Well, thumbs up to the crowd, but I'd imagine after that, he'll be quite shaken.
And that's the end of our boy Devon Butler. I honestly don't like what they did here. It's interesting, don't get me wrong, very interesting, but yeah, Devon Butler was a fan favourite and they kind of just shoved him off to the side in favour of Callie. I still like Callie though. A lot of people hate on Callie because, you know, strong woman, but yeah, I think she's alright. But again, I would prefer to play as Devon. I just like playing as a bad guy, you know? So angry though. Even Casper's like, oh shit. Forgotten how fun Breaking Point was. Can't wait for the finale to the story. Yes, and we will be playing it as well on the channel.
I'm done, Casper. I'm done.
No.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay, because now we never get to play as Devon ever
It was
again.
his
It was
hearing.
so fun.
He'd been keeping it from us. I think maybe he'd been trying to keep it from himself. I mean, he was at the height of his career. Yeah, what can you say?
How did you feel?
I was devastated. But
I think anyone would be.
5 years in F1. Can't argue with that. I mean, most people never even get the chance, so. And I was still one of the best while I was out there. You ask anyone.
How did you feel when Devon left?
How did I feel?
How did you feel, Aiden? Alright, the Butler Estate UK. With Devon's sudden retirement, the team at Connor Sport are forced to scramble in an attempt to find a driver who can replace his performance on track. Good luck with that.
But if we are going to hit our targets, we need another driver. A permanent one. And fast.
But we are mid-season. It's impossible.
So, given the circumstances, do you think you can grant us a bit of leeway on the contract?
I have the projections. If Connorsport doesn't reach 5th place in the Constructors this season, the returns simply aren't worth my time. That was always the deal. And it still is.
But with a little extra time, perhaps we...
Stop! The deal stands. And without Devon driving, there's now little of interest for me beyond the contract. It's just business.
There must be something we can do.
So, legacy is obviously important to you, Davidoff. As a father, I totally get that. So if Devon, your son, can't drive, how about your daughter? Why don't we give the seat to Callie?
No. California will not be signed to Connorsport.
Why not? Just think of the commercial opportunities for the team that signs her. Forget legacy. Oh, you'd be making history.
And you'll be giving a phenomenal talent her first break into F1. It's the right thing to do. Come on, you know she deserves it.
The daughter who took her mother's name to spite me. Nah, she'll never say yes.
Why don't you leave that to me?
Contract still stands, Ackerman. 5th place, or I'm out next season.
One problem at a time, eh?
Let's go. Get Callie in that seat. The F1 calendar waits for no one. While Casper and Andrea work to secure a permanent replacement for Devon, the team must turn its attention to the Spanish Grand Prix. All right.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
The engineering department are annoyed that you agreed to let the Throttle Zone film crew take over the garage for part of the upcoming testing session. It's going to make their job in the garage much more difficult, especially considering that Aiden will be busy filming and Devon is no longer around. I've never seen this one before because I always chose Devon before, and since Devon retires, they give the Throttle Zone thing to George Russell. So this time, for this playthrough, I actually chose Aiden. So Aiden actually gets the role. They can do some testing with Noah, the reserve driver, but they want to know if they can adjust today's race strategy to get a head start on gathering specific data about the car. Okay. Yeah. This will affect a bonus objective? Fine, let's go for it. Let's accommodate the engineers. They've already had to sacrifice part of their schedule for this filming. Wait. We can do some testing with Noah or decline. No, we've already agreed on today's strategy. Let's stick to the plan. No, we'll do something different. I've always done this normally, but this is new to me, so we'll agree on that one. Get a new objective. I wonder what it's going to be, though. People don't know about Devon and what happened.
Andrea.
Have you spoken to her yet?
Yes, we've spoken.
And what did you say?
She'll be around this weekend. She agreed to come and see me.
You mean you haven't asked her yet?
Of course not. It's a delicate situation. I'm sure she has an idea, but... look, it's not just something you casually ask over the phone, is it?
Why not?
Come on. This is potentially life-changing for her. And the whole family situation needs to be handled with a little, care and respect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're the one that knows her. Just make sure she says yes and fast. I'm finding it difficult to keep fielding questions about the future of Conesport.
Yeah, I read part of that interview. Could almost feel you squirm.
That bad, huh?
Worse. Look, I'll call you as soon as I know.
Alright, Callie Mayer. Email. Cass, I'm already here, landed in Spain last night, and have just arrived at the track. I have a few bits to finish up first, and then I'll head straight over to Conesport. Really looking forward to seeing you and catching up. I've got so much to tell you. Also intrigued at why you couldn't talk on the phone earlier and said you needed to see me. You better not be up to something. And then we got Zoe, which is the wife of Casper Ackerman, if you remember Breaking Point 1. Callie called. Yes, she does suspect she's going to offer her the seat. Of course she does. I said I couldn't possibly comment, which I guess is as good as confirming it. She's going to find out after the race anyway, right? It's wonderful you're offering her the seat. It would be so good for the sport. Call me when you get this. Alright. Off we go to the race. Racing with the team's reserve driver, Conesport looked to Aiden Jackson to help keep them afloat in the standings while a more permanent replacement for Devon is arranged. The cool thing about Breaking Point 3 is I think one of the drivers, since I think it's going to be the final Breaking Point, one of the drivers will be winning the Drivers' Championship, so we'll get the choice of choosing either Aiden or Callie, which means, funnily enough, that could give people an excuse to replay Breaking Point. So we'll get a bit more content out of that than, we think. Or at least one more video just to see what happens if Aiden wins. Or Callie wins, rather.
So many eventful races here in Barcelona over the years.
Oh my god, wait, is this a full race
Let's run you through
again?
the driver
Okay.
Welcome.
Alright.
I know it's been a mad few weeks, mate, but you've always gone well here, so let's get your head down and see what we can do. Come on.
Right, I'm gonna go with a really unorthodox strategy as usual, as I did in Bahrain. It's just more fun, given how much easier Breaking Point is. since, you know, it's well below, like, even the hardest difficulty is well below my usual difficulty. So I think we'll just go for the same strategy that we did in Bahrain. Just do a really long first stint on the hards, and then the final 5 laps on the softs, and then I can also use my setup from the career mode 2 years ago. Cool. I really miss doing my team. I think it really sucks that we can't be an owner driver this year. But I'll work something out, and we'll do a driver career as well to make up for F1 24, since I only did 1 season of that before I binned it. So yeah, we're going to do a lot of content on F1 25 to make up for the last year of no content. I've really missed doing that, because I really enjoyed doing it for F1 23, and I was really looking forward to it for 24. So yeah, a lot more content this year just to make up for it. Alright. Primary objective, try and secure as many points as possible. But what's the secondary one that we got for answering that throttle zone thing? That's what I want to know. Finish in the top 8. I don't know if that was a thing before, but I can definitely do that. We've got Noah Bell, P22. He's got a good start over Albon, to be fair. Try and give him a slipstream, fast stroll. Side to freeze here. I tried to give Bell a slipstream. That fast has given me the room. Hulkenberg's given me a lot more room here than he should be doing. Oh my god. Get past Magnussen as well. Sargent's had a good qualifying compared to Albon. Get both of these guys here. Great start, honestly. Dream start. It's a bit much there, but it's alright. Using the RS to make up for it. A bit slipstream from Sonoda just so we can get past Bottas. Send it on, Joe. Beautiful.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
That's how easy Breaking Point's hardest difficulty is compared to my usual. Especially on this game. I'm really good at F1 23 compared to the other F1 games. Like, I can play on some tracks up to 100 AI, but I usually play on 95. Especially with my own setups as well. If you use a custom setup, it makes the game a lot easier. Maybe not a lot easier, but it makes it easier enough to turn up your AI by like 5 or something.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
Hell, even when I first started F1 23 and I wasn't nearly as good as I am now, my AI difficulty was 85, which is already higher than Breaking Point's hardest difficulty. That's how easy this mode is. And that's why they've added the expert difficulty for Breaking Point 3. I don't know if I'll use that, to be honest, because it's a story mode. I kind of just want to experience the story, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel there. But like I said earlier, since you get the choice to go with either Callie or Aiden, it seems, you know, that way there'll be a reason to replay Breaking Point. So I could probably play on, you know, this difficulty for Breaking Point 3, go through it really easily, experience it, and then on the second run through, play it on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, and then experience the other one. I'm probably going to choose Cali though, because I never played Breaking Point 1. My first experience of Breaking Point was this one, and Aiden comes across as a whiny bitch in this Breaking Point.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Callie's not the most likable person neither, but she has redeemable qualities to her, and I also relate to her on the father standpoint as well, so, you know, I actually prefer Callie to Aiden. I know I'm in the minority there though, so you might actually see some exclusive Callie footage. Everybody else is going to be choosing Aiden, I bet, for Breaking Point 3 to like win the championship or whatever they'll do. I'll be choosing Callie. So I might be like one of the only YouTubers you see actually choosing Callie, because everybody else, starting with Breaking Point 1, they're going to obviously choose Aiden. So if that doesn't give you a reason to stick around for at least for Breaking Point, I don't know what will. But we'll be doing a lot of career mode content. I don't know about online though. A lot of our F124 content was focused on the ranked multiplayer. I really don't know if I want to stress myself out that much this year. Maybe not live anyway. We'll see how I feel about ranks. It really depends if I even want to play that. There wasn't any achievements for ranks in F124 like there was in this game, so I made it all the way to the Elite Division for no reason. I do have one more F124 video to upload before 25, which is all of my leftover ranks footage from last year. It's just been sat on my PS5, I've just not done anything with it. Honestly, I really don't know who I want as my second driver for my team. I'm 100% going with Franco Colapinto, because I'm a Williams fan. And you know, Colapinto is a Williams Academy driver, even though he's at Alpine now. There is Zach O'Sullivan in the same F2 grid as well, so we could go with Zach O'Sullivan and just make an entire like Williams Academy team. But we could also use the Connor Sport drivers, so I might end up going with Callie as well. I don't like going for the legend icons like Schumacher and that. I just think it's unrealistic. I don't like it like that. I know Callie's not, you know, real neither, but I don't really know any of the F2 drivers. Other than the ones that obviously, you know, like Antonelli and Behrman and Bortoletto, who are already in, you know, teams. And Hadjar, of course. So, I might go with Colapinto and O'Sullivan, or Colapinto and Callie, just to spice things up a bit, I suppose. I don't know, we'll see. We shall see how I feel.
Nice move, keep going.
Bunch of laps to go yet, we're not putting till lap 12.
fastest lap of the race. Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
Alright, there we go. So we're never going to win this race. F125 Williams Road to Glory in driver career mode? I don't know. I mean, if people want it, sure. But I went with Williams last year. And it makes even less sense to go with Williams this year because of Sainz and Albon. I don't really want to take any of them out of the driver pool in the season, to be honest. Like, we'll 100% end up at Williams, because that's my team. But I've already said that I'm probably going to start at the decarb. Probably going to start at Racing Balls. I mean, why wouldn't I not want to drive with that beautiful livery, you know? The white Red Bull.
We're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Probably start there. And then I have a specific team I want to go to for Season 2. Because that'll be like the 2026 season. But I know the third team and possibly final team that I will end up at. Depends how long I do the career mode, but probably going to end up at Williams. But all I can guarantee without spoiling any of my plans. Season 1, probably going to start at Racing Balls. That's the car then. Alright, just a couple more laps after this and then we'll be pitting. Verstappen's already pitted. Alright, we're hitting the next lap. I did do a Williams career mode on this game, not too long ago actually. It was only one season though. I've gotten so good at this game that I basically just won it in one season.
Right, Noah's coming in for his stop now.
So, yeah. I've gotten so good at F1 23 just from how much I've played it. So, there'll be no more content for this after Breaking Point, after we finish this series. There's nothing left for me to do on this, which is a shame. I mean, I could always turn the AI up, of course, but I know how the AI is, you know? I know how to kind of take advantage of it and stuff. I know too much about this particular F1 game that kind of just done with it now. but it's still my favourite one ever, that's for sure. And I've played, in recent years, since I got back into F1, the demo for 2018, 2016, 29, a full season of 2019, a full season of 2020, 23, where I've done about 6 seasons, 1 driver career, 5 my team, and 1 season of F1 24. So out of all those games, this one's my favourite one. I just love how the cars feel. Like, even just hot lapping here, the cars just feel so good to drive. I love it so much. I don't know why they changed it. Maybe it was too easy, maybe that's why they changed it. Maybe it felt too good, and so it wasn't realistic to the cars, but it's just a video game, man, who cares? But I've gone back to F1 2020 recently, and obviously the cars are different, so it's very different to drive, but, you know, in video game speak, I'm going to prefer the game that just feels better, and it's this one. I'm not going to lie. It's extremely valid to rate F1 2020 like as your favourite F1 game though, or even as the best one, but for me, as somebody who doesn't care about like classic cars, for example, this is the best one. This is the best F1 game for me.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
That took me off guard, that did. I was not ready to get back into it, and we've lost a second from that, I bet. We have to overtake Verstappen again, so it's not going to be too difficult. I went outside the track there, so I'm going to let him pass again. At least I think I went outside the track anyway. So much grip.
Good job, nice overtake.
Alright. 5 laps on the soft, so I think it's 4 more at this point.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
F125 is also going to be the last game with the Renault engine in it, because Alpine's taken the Mercedes engine for 2026. So I think we'll be using Renault in the My Team for the first season at least anyway. Which is quite poetic, because we used Renault for the first couple of seasons of F123 as well. Which is why this car feels so familiar. This is the My Team chassis with the Renault engine. This is essentially my car from season 1 of My Team, just with a different livery. I think this is the last full-length race that we're doing. It's the last one in the game. And then the rest are just mid-race. I think. Oh no, actually, I think Singapore later on is a full race as well, but we might save that for next episode tomorrow night.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
If Williams get a surprise podium this season, they've been on fire. Definitely my dark horse to pull off an upset in the Constructors. Yeah, I think so. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm just happy with what we have right now, to be fair. I got back into F1 for the 2023 season, where we were scrapping for any kind of points. And obviously that was off the back of a pretty bad few years. Near decades worth of poor years. So honestly, this has been a great season, with both drivers being so good as well.
The speculation about this team, whether or not they'll see out the season with their current lineup.
But yeah, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
A new driver, Crofty. It's a gamble worth taking.
Well, a mid-season signing would get us all talking, I'm sure, but time will tell. The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium.
Easy win for Aiden Jackson. It's not canon, though.
Well, Connor Sport are in a bit of an odd situation right now. So, just tell me, what is it like for you today?
We'll go with this one.
Yeah, well, you know, that side of things, that's not really my job. I wish Devon well, but it doesn't really matter to me who the other driver is.
That puts our reputation up, which is good. I'm trying so hard to get that to level 10.
And that's all there is to it. Everything else is for Casper and the team to worry about.
Most importantly, how is Devon? And how are you finding it without your teammate?
If you know Devon like I do, then you know he's going to find a way to come back to F1. I don't know for sure if he drives again. I hope he does, but even if he only comes back to annoy me, of course he'll be back.
Well, there's a lot of talk about what happens if Devon doesn't return. Would Connor Sport be looking for a new driver, do you think?
It's not for me to say, but I think it could be a real opportunity for the team to make an exciting signing. There's a lot of talent out there hungry for a shot in F1, and Connor Sport could find themselves in the perfect position to offer them one.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
Alright, that's that. Spanish Grand Prix post-race. With the Spanish Grand Prix in the books, Connor Sport set their sights on securing their driver lineup for the remainder of the 2023 season. Oh, we're back with Casper. I thought we'd get a cutscene.
Hey, Casper, you wanted to speak to me?
Yes, I did.
Shoot.
Nothing major, really. To be honest, I just wanted to thank you.
Oh. What for? I'm, just doing my job.
No, it's more than that. Well, I know why you stayed on the team. And, well, I won't lie to you, it's not been easy.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Yeah, but you really stepped up. It's good for me to know that I've got someone like you to rely on.
Always.
Yeah. Look, Aiden, I'll warn you, things may not get any easier, at least not for a while, but, well, we've got something in the pipeline. A potential new driver, and a damn good one.
Who is it?
I can't say, not yet. It's a bit of a gamble, but if they agree, we could have something special.
Nice. And, how is Devon?
Fine. I think... I'm not sure. I mean, Davidoff has closed the door on that one, but... Yeah, he tells me Devon is in a good place, though.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
Just keep doing what you're doing, okay? And now, just get out of here.
Of course. I'll catch you later, Casper.
Alright.
Hey, boss, got a couple of minutes?
F1 sim racing opportunity. Aiden has been approached to help promote an F1 sim racing event. He agreed to take part without consulting with us at first, and the event has already announced his participation on social media. Should we still let him attend? Yeah. Why would I stop that?
Why are you hesitating? You've always dreamt of racing in F1.
Not like this. Do you know what
You
he
can
did?
definitely empathise with her.
Oh, your father?
He refused to support me. Said he'd only fund one of his children. Said Devon had better prospects.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Mum used the divorce settlement to help me out, but... And you're only here because he sent you.
No. This was my idea, my decision. And this is me asking you, Callie, not your father. We need a replacement, and I ask for you because I know how good you are. And that's the truth.
I always said I'd do it on my terms, not his.
I'll look out for you. Just like I did in F2.
Will you keep him away from me?
I'll do everything in my power. Everything. To make sure that all you have to think about is driving. Have we got a deal? You might never get this opportunity again. You know that.
Imagine she said no. Alright, Baku, let's go. With current F2 champion Callie Mayer now on board, Casper and the team at Connor Sport hope that stability on the roster will help garner the results needed to keep pace in the competitive midfield of the F1 grid. Alright.
Could you take a look at this, please?
Great news! One of our sponsors has unexpectedly paid a bonus early. There are a number of ways we can use this money. The question is, where should we invest it? The car, the team, the factory. I always go with the team. Not changing that now. Connor Sports signed Callie Mayer.
Davidoff.
They stopped me entering the garage just because Callie's in there. It's ridiculous.
We've had this conversation. You need to give her space.
I'll humour you for now, Ackerman, but I don't like being told where I can and can't go around here. Don't forget, you talked me into this.
What does that mean? Talked you into what?
signing Callie in the first place. I'm just allowing you to take credit for it, that's all.
Yeah, it sounds like you're trying to blame me.
Well, if you're right about it, there'll be no blame to allocate, will there?
Anything else?
You're a busy man. I'll let you go.
Oh god, I really don't like him. Callie press time. Oh. He dropped a lamp on Davidoff's foot. Wow. Okay. How is Callie 12th in the standings when she hasn't raced a single race? What? No, people are already talking about how Callie's already a butler. You know, actually a butler, I mean. Alright.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
The filming for the latest AutoZone was a success, and the early buzz surrounding the film has certainly paid off for the team from a publicity perspective. We're already receiving media requests to speak to Aiden closer to the film's scheduled release date. Cool, cool, cool. And that increases our reputation. I never did that before, so hopefully that pushes me over the line to level 10. Because when I replayed Breaking Point 2 recently, I got to like the max of level 9. Like, just missed out on it. With the world watching, Callie looks to make history as she approaches her first start behind the wheel of an F1
History is made here today as Callie Mayer, Connor Sport's latest signing, becomes the first female driver of the modern era to participate in an F1 race.
What a moment! I've got goosebumps.
Well, she
Now,
looks
for
like
those
she's
of you
qualified
wondering
well.
at home, only a handful of women have entered at least one Grand Prix over the years, but none have even had the opportunity to qualify since 1992. Italy's Giovanna Amati, for those of you wondering. So today is very much a new dawn here in Baku.
And Mayer was impressive in qualifying, so let's see what the Grand Prix has in store for her.
Yeah, I have to say, it is quite a tight-knit pack out there. Fierce competition all round. I really wouldn't want to call this one.
Indeed. We've seen some brilliant driving here today, especially from young Callie Mayer. She seems to have made the transition to F1 as if she was born for it.
Of course. Right. Oh, we're getting right into it. Okay. I played this recently, but there's details
really
I forget
Keep
already.
I'm not finished yet.
Alright, Baku. One of my weakest tracks in this game, to be honest. I think it was the only track that we didn't win at in the 5 seasons we did of my team. It's the only one that we never won at. I don't even think we won here in the driver career series that we did. Catch up to Jackson before lap 8.
Got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
And finish in the top 8 as well. Okay. Not simply too hard. Jackson's on the hards for some reason. There we
Here
go.
comes Callie Mayer closing in on her teammates.
She's practically on top of me. Aiden, calm down. You're on different strategies. Just let Callie pass. Okay, Callie. Aiden's going to let you pass at the next corner. Let's go.
Copy.
Will Mayer get past her teammate now? Here she comes, but there's contact. Contact between the two Connor Sport drivers. Jackson's out. He gets the worst of it. Mayer's clear.
Mayer was not
Jackson's
affected at
damage
all.
looks bad. I think you're right, Crofty. His race is over.
Mayer seemed to catch Jackson unawares, though. I'm not sure why.
What's that? Why didn't she wait for me to move over on the exit? Okay, Aiden, are you alright? It's just another butler.
Oof. What actually happened there, man?
I thought he was letting me through. Yeah, I know, Callie. I'm sorry about that, but it's happened now. It's over. Let's get your head down and focus. Come on, we'll talk about it later.
Copy.
Right, top 8. Oops. Oops. I didn't realise how close I was. Pushing up on into the wall there.
Brilliant. Nice move. Keep going. Right, keep pushing. You're gaining on the car ahead.
I'm not going to get the RS.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.6 seconds. Job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Very unorthodox location to make an overtake. I can't say that I've ever done that before, but Stroll was just going so slow.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Jeez, he's going so slow for that. He's practically going to move out of the way.
This is great. You're catching the car ahead very quickly now. Keep it up. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. Final lap. Push, push.
Wow. We're going to get a podium on Callie's debut. That's crazy.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 4.6 seconds.
You don't need to tell me that on the last lap, though. It's really not information I need. There you go. Whew. Cali podium on debut.
We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
God, that was a drag though.
Well, in spite of the drama amongst those at the top of the standings, so much of the discussion today has centred around Honor Sport.
Absolutely, a bittersweet race for them today. One historic debut, one DNF. I mean, you couldn't write it.
And talking of that debut, what did you make of Callie Mayer's first ever start?
Well, I am so excited to see Callie racing in F1. It is great for the sport. She is a phenomenal talent. I can't wait to see what the season holds and her career as a whole.
And if today is anything to go by, the name Callie Mayer is one that we'll be watching with a lot of interest for many years to come.
All right, there we go.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top
Leclerc
once again.
winning in Baku.
A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
The story's all about Callie in P3 on debut. Crazy. That was a really enjoyable race, though.
And do you feel extra pressure at Connor Sport? It must be difficult with your dad looking over your shoulder.
Look, it's F1. It's not possible for me to feel any more pressure than I already do. So no, it's not an issue.
Callie, have you felt any pushback from anyone in the F1 world, just with you being the first female driver in the sport?
No, everyone's been amazing. And I'm not the first, I'm just the latest.
How's your brother? Are you really just keeping his seat warm?
You'd have to ask him that. But he is getting the help that he needs. And no, I have no intention of giving up this seat.
What happened out there between you and Aiden today?
It's just a mix-up. I thought he was letting me through on the entry, but he clearly had other ideas.
We spoke to him earlier, and he said it was deliberate on your part. Any comment on that?
It was just a misunderstanding.
You've always gone by Mayer, and now you're in a team financed by your father, driving in your brother's seat. Would you go back to the Butler name?
Should have expected it, right?
I thought you did.
Personal question,
That's
isn't
not
it?
what I mean. I mean, I'm a woman. I get it. I'm happy to talk about it.
And what is it?
Well, it's always the same, isn't it? So you're a woman, and then every question about Dad, about Devon, about the Butler name.
Just forget about it.
Oh, I can never get away from it, can I? The only question about the race was about Aiden.
Well, you know, maybe if we'd let it run a little longer, there would have been...
Casper? Don't defend them.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry.
Look, it's fine. I'll be faster next time.
Any faster, you'll win a race, bro.
She did do it on purpose. Yeah. Check the footage.
So you didn't warm to her?
We weren't the best of friends. No.
He even looks like a whiny bitch, bro. Like, I really didn't like Aiden in Breaking Point 2. I won't lie. Again, I don't have the luxury of having played Breaking Point 1, so I can understand why a lot of people like Aiden, because they played that. I didn't know, and I don't like him. And between the two, Callie isn't exactly a very nuanced female character neither, but she's alright. She's just alright. Aiden is annoying to me, so that's why I prefer Callie. For now, who knows how they'll be in Breaking Point 3. I'm declining that. I think it's just a mother. I can't be bothered. Okay.
Hey, Mum.
This? Oh, that one's...
I couldn't be prouder, darling. Well
No!
done.
Oh, thanks, Mum. It was a good race. Felt great out there.
Oh, it was a good race.
It was.
Oh, no, what is it?
What do you mean, what is it? What's what?
I can hear it in your voice, Mum. It was a good race.
No, it's nothing.
Go on.
No, it's just that... You didn't do it on purpose, did you? When you clipped poor Aiden.
I can't believe you're even asking me. Did you really raise your daughter to behave like that?
Well, I'm really not sure.
It was an accident, Mum. I'm hanging up.
Oh, of course it was. Bye, darling. Lots of love.
I don't know what the other call was. Probably Casper, right? That would make sense. Oh, okay. Can I get the call again? I guess not. Okay, whatever. With an inauspicious, whatever that word is, and I'm pretty good at reading. I've never seen that word in my life. With a less than stellar start to their new driver lineup, Connosport hope for more consistency as they head to historic Silverstone. Alright.
Hey boss, got another one for you.
Team interview. Connosport are scheduled to take part in a feature article for a leading motorsport news website. Senior management and the drivers have been requested to attend a photo shoot and interview after the upcoming Austrian Grand Prix. There is an issue though. Callie is refusing to attend due to Davidoff's attendance. How should we handle this? Oh, and there's a pose. That would boost our reputation, but we don't want to do that. We've got compromise? Callie's relationship with her father is complicated, but her attendance at this shoot is non-negotiable. Both Aiden and Callie need to be front and centre as the faces of Connosport. I appreciate the delicate situation, though. In the interest of letting Callie shine, we'll tell Davidoff he cannot attend, whatever his reaction. It's either that or we let Callie get away with not doing it. I usually support her. I tried to oppose her before, and I was made to feel really bad about it afterwards. And to be fair, Casper made a promise, so I don't think it's in his character to oppose neither. So we'll compromise, tell Davidoff to fuck off. And honestly, by the looks of Breaking Point 3, Casper pisses Davidoff off so much that he's not the team principal anymore. And of course, we do have that interaction at the end of the story mode, which is the reason why I think Casper's not team principal in Breaking Point 3. I actually think Devon is team principal in Breaking Point 3. I think it's very clear. So I think compromising is in the character of Casper. We'll go with that. Your old friend, former F1 driver and current journalist. I don't give a fuck about Lucas Weber. We'll just compromise. Alright. Are we getting a call? There we go.
Andrew? You seen this latest article doing the rounds today? 3 weeks later and the press are still going with narrative of the rivalry at Connosport. Still!
They just need an angle for Silverstone. Paid no attention.
But they're right, aren't they? It's not like Callie and Aiden are sadly treating each other like teammates.
They just need time. It took me a while to warm to Aiden back in the day.
Well,
Jesus loves you, seek him. I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, some things never change, I guess.
Ha! Now you're just grumpier and older. I'll leave you to it. Ciao.
Bye.
Alright. Silverstone. Connosport's rivalry. Yep, we know all about that. Okay, nothing to do, so let's do it. Mid-race. With the crowd behind both drivers at their home Grand Prix, Callie Mayer is facing stiff competition from her teammate Aiden Jackson. Let's go then.
What is Aiden's problem?
Okay, we'll have a word.
He's been so late into these corners. I have no space out here.
Yeah, we'll talk to him, Callie.
This is still about Baku, isn't it?
Overtake Jackson before that 9. Finish in the top 10. Why are we always consistently P15 or 16? I thought we'd improved the car.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Don't let Jackson pass. Easy. Alright, we're in the top 10.
Top 10 now, keep it up. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
God, Barrett was really slow around that corner. He's just really slow in general. Because he's on the hards. Oh, shit.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Ooh, Sonoda's high up. There's an Alpine up there in 4th as well, I think. Or is that Mercedes?
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.
No, there's an Alpine in
seconds.
3rd. Crazy. And there's a Mercedes in first. And it's Hamilton in first. Of course it is. As if that 23 Mercedes is getting anywhere near a race win in Silverstone. Or a race win in general in 2023. Nearly forgot how dominant the RB19 was. We're pushing him through that corner.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
It's a bit late there, didn't it? Another podium finish for Callie. Let's go.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
We do need to keep Russell behind. He's really spending that ERS down there, isn't he? Jesus. Oh my god, he is. He's spamming that ERS. Well, he's just giving me DRS, so... What a dumbass. Thanks, George. Thanks, buddy. Pretty sure he would have overtaken me here as well if he'd have just stayed behind. Instead he just spent all his ERS trying to get back in front of me. Lewis Hamilton wins the 2023 British Grand Prix. That would never have happened in a million years.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
And another podium for Callie. Let's go.
You see, this is just another example of the Connor Sport drivers antagonising each other.
Yeah, but you've got to look at Ackerman as well. He's the one that can sort this situation out. So far, he's letting them run wild.
His job is to keep control. And no matter what the season, no matter what the driver, Connor Sport just can't seem to gel as a team. So you've got to ask the question, really, what will it take? And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes. You're
Oh, another interview. Let's go.
Callie, this is your first ever F1 race at Silverstone in front of the home fans. So just try to put into words what that means to you.
Yeah, I mean, just to see the number of fans cheering for me really spurred me on today, and I used to come here as a little girl to watch the races, so it really means everything. It's a dream come true, to be honest.
Well, I have to say, it was tight out there once again between you and Aiden. You're not giving each other much space, are you?
Look, Aiden's got to drive as he sees fit, and he feels the need to put his performance first, and that's his call. It's not like it's the first time we've seen a driver prioritise themselves ahead of the team, is it?
Now, naturally, there has been a lot of speculation about the role of your father, Davidoff Butler, in securing your seat at Connor Sport. Just what do you say to the critics?
Okay, well, look at Gasly, Leclerc, Russell, and now everyone's suddenly surprised that an F1 team signed an F2 champion. I'm here because I can drive. People need to get a grip.
Thank you so much.
That's a good answer, to be fair. Alright, post-race. Callie manages to get the best of Aiden at Silverstone, but Connor Sport continue to look like a team divided. Is Maya out of touch?
Emma,
What do you mean?
Callie,
You saw the interview?
would you like some loving parental advice?
Not really.
Yeah. All this stuff about your father, I mean, you do know there's an element of truth to what they're saying. Like it or not, you've got to acknowledge it.
I don't have to acknowledge anything.
You can't make it go away by ignoring it, Cal. People will say all manner of nonsense if you don't accept it. She's privileged, they'll say. She's out of touch.
I don't care what they say about me.
Of course you do. You're only human.
I'm just here to drive.
If only it were that simple, darling.
Yeah. Look, I've got stuff to do, okay?
Think about it anyway. Lots of love.
Okay, maybe I gave the wrong answer. We'll try to learn for next time then. Alright. Pinkham question. About the interview today, just be wary about denying your father's role in getting your seat at Connor Sport. There's a danger people start thinking you're privileged and out of touch. Happy to discuss lines you can use that better neutralise the issue. Let me know if you're around to chat. Okay. Yeah, so maybe that wasn't the greatest answer. We're level 8 on reputation now, so hopefully we can get that to level 10.
I did not like Aiden. Not at all.
Why not?
I thought he was immature about what happened in Baku. Like he never really got over it. He was aggressive on track, and the paddock talks. He just wasn't happy at Connor Sport. Thought he was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
It's already complicated. And I've told you they don't need to know.
Well, it's your call, of course. But the dishonesty makes me uncomfortable.
We'll talk about it later. Yes?
Let's make this quick.
Or maybe we could give Casper a bit of our time.
This wasn't scheduled.
What, are you too busy for us now?
Just tell them, Casper.
Andreo, please.
Can we get started?
Yeah, Aiden's got a meeting at Mercedes he needs to get to.
Enough! Enough! Okay? This is what we have to talk about. It has to stop. Understand? If we can't pull together now...
If we can't pull together, we are finished.
Wait, what does that mean?
Andreo...
It means that if we don't finish 5th or higher, Butler Global will pull funding. And I don't think we'll find an investor to replace him. Not now.
Wait, what? Casper?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, then we're finished. Andrea?
We're finished.
So yeah, Dad brought me onto the team and then immediately threatened to shut it down.
Why would he do that?
It's kind of his thing.
Austrian Grand Prix 1 week later. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay. Oh, we're getting right into it. Okay.
Okay, Callie, I'm sure you've got questions, but we think we know what we're doing here. We've got information that says more rain's coming, and so, because we're the first ones to come and make this change, we can turn it into an advantage. So on your out lap, let's make it all count.
In the rain?
Copy that.
Alright, this is something different. And right on cue. P19, Jesus. Oh, it's because we just came out of the pit. Just push it as hard as we can.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Aiden's coming in for his stop now.
Alright, let's see where we come out.
Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled.
P13. Should have a lot more grip than Sonoda though. Beautiful. Finish in the top 5. 9 laps to do that. Right. I forgot about this race. I thought Singapore was next. Oh my god. Very risky move, but we did it. Let's get a replay on that. That was weird. 3 wide into turn 1. Oh no, did Joe hit the wall? Oh no, Joe had to brake particularly hard. Jackson. Oh. He's in the points. That's right.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Jackson going for the move on Ocon. See if we can follow him through. guys. Look at the pace. Jackson, mate, come on. Go! There we go. Finally. Right, for that I'm just going to dive in on the inside. Going unnecessarily slow.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.2 seconds.
Made him lose that position as well. Oh well, at least it's in character for Callie and Aiden right now, with their rivalry. Alright, Bottas is next.
Nice move, good job.
Lance Stroll in P4.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.0 seconds. Tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now. Lapping around a second faster than the car ahead. Keep this up. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
DRS should be enabled soon.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap.
I'm
Keep
gonna
it up.
get Callie a win. Jesus Christ. This is so easy.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Wow.
Congratulations, Callie. You keep going like that, you might just prove me wrong yet.
What the fuck, Davidoff?
Callie?
How did Davidoff get on the
Well,
team
we said
radio?
at the time that it might have been too soon, but in hindsight, Connosport really did make the right call. Mayer made the pit stop, changed to wet tyres ahead of everybody else. That was a real turning point in the race.
Yeah, you've got to get these decisions right, and not everyone did today. It's great to see Connosport taking their chances like that. Wonderful race by Mayer.
But if they want to improve on last season, they've got to try and do something different. Well, they did that today. They timed it well. Mayer, well, she continues to impress. A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
There we go. Callie gets a win in her debut season. Fortune favours the bold. The early tyre change allows Callie to get the jump on her competitors in the midfield and secure a solid finish for Connosport at the Red Bull Ring. It was more than a solid finish.
Callie, great race.
What do you mean, prove you wrong?
I was just trying to congratulate you, that's all.
Prove you wrong about what exactly?
I didn't mean anything by it. I was just saying well done.
By reminding me how little you actually believe in me?
Callie.
You are a piece of work.
But it was a great race.
Yeah, you know that's not.
I'll
what's
talk to
going
him.
on.
How is he getting involved on comms?
Well, he didn't ask, he just did it.
Yeah, he'll do whatever he wants until someone stops him.
I said I'll talk to him. That was a great result out there today. Let's forget about your father, okay?
Yeah. Good. Looks like he's found someone else to talk to anyway.
Aiden. Sorry, me face cam's in the way. Alright.
Jasper.
Hey, look, I've put measures in place to clamp down on who can access team radio now.
Thanks, I guess.
Look, it turns out your father talked Mark into it. Says something like, "You're not going to keep me off team radio on my own team."
Yeah, well, I guess Mark can be a bit of a pushover at times.
Look, I've stopped Davidoff from attending this press thing later, so that's something at least.
Oh, thanks for that. How did he take it?
Didn't like it. I think he sees all of this as publicity for Bottler Global.
Yeah, sounds like Dad.
Yeah. Look, I'll stop by later too. So see you there.
See you there.
Oh, man.
Mum, Callie, I just got your text. Prove him wrong. He's got a nerve.
He really gets to me, Mum. I know I shouldn't let him, but I can't bear it.
Him and his little games. Call him out on it, Callie. Say something.
I did. I spoke to him.
And?
He said he didn't mean anything by it. He said I did well today.
Unbelievable.
What else do you expect? An apology? I don't know what to do.
You keep driving, Callie. That's all you can do right now. The rest is just fluff.
If only it were that simple.
Oh, fair point. Don't envy you, darling. Not one bit. I'll leave you be.
Bye, Mum.
As the grid heads to Monza, fractures within the team continue to plague Connosport.
Hey, boss, got a couple of minutes?
Trouble in the garage. We're getting reports of a bit of a confrontation down in the garage, which we thought you should know about. Callie overheard a mechanic bad-mouthing her, and she called them out on it. The mechanic called her privileged and out of touch. Said she won't make it in F1 because she doesn't understand how punishing it can be. Sounds to me like Callie already took care of it. She's used to this kind of thing. She can handle herself or discipline. I usually always discipline, so I want to see what happens if we do nothing. Alright, well, I think that's where we're going to end this particular episode of Breaking Point. Next episode, we will be finishing it up. That will most likely be tomorrow night. So double uploads tomorrow. At 5 PM UK time tomorrow, we'll be doing Black Ops 6. Got a video prepared for that. And then, yeah, about 9-10 PM UK time, we'll finish up with Breaking Point. So guys, thank you to everybody who tuned in today. And hopefully I'll see most of you tomorrow. Till then, peace.